The world is changed. I feel it in the water. I feel it in the earth. I smell it in the air. Many recipes that once were are lost, for none now live that remember them. It began with the gifting of the key ingredients. 3 vegetables were given to the elves, immortal, wisest, and with the most delicate palate. 7 meats to the dwarf lords, great miners, drinkers, and all-around agreeable midgets. And 9, 9 types of bread were gifted to the race of men, who above all else desire brunch to be a real thing. I mean, it combines breakfast and lunch. What's not to love? It also allows people, not say me, but people, to drink during the day. Isn't that just amazing? For within these ingredients was bound the deliciousness and variety required to satisfy their hunger. But they were all of them deceived. For another ingredient was made, in the land of Macdor, in the fires of Mount Bulpit. The Dark Lord Ronald forged in secret a master ingredient to control all Lunchables, and into the ingredient he poured his oil, egg yolk, his vinegar, and his bleach. 1 mayo to rule them all. One by one, the free lands of Middle-earth.
You can't use Middle-earth, it's under copyright.
Oh, fine then. Scunthorpe. Can we use Scunthorpe?
Yeah, that's fine.
One by one, the free lands of Scunthorpe fell to the power of the Mayo. But there were some who resisted. A last alliance of men and elves marched against the armies of Macdor, and on the slopes of Mount Bulpit they fought for the freedom of Lunchables.
The armies of men unleashed their most powerful weapon, hipsters, who volleyed barrages of 1-star Yelp reviews against the hordes of Reddit and 4chan goblins employed by the Dark Lord. The goblin army surged forward unfazed. The battlefield a cacophony of autistic screeching and "Fuck!" The human army, resilient as they were, could only hold on for so long. The elves, resolute in their veganism, unleashed the Twitter hate mob, finally pushing the goblins back.
Victory was near, but the power of Mayo could not be undone.
The Dark Lord Ronald strode onto the battlefield, mayo in hand, and with a dark malice he cracked the lid. Toxic fumes erupted from the small crack, rendering an entire squadron of Karens from the Elvish army unconscious. The king pinched his nose and charged towards Ronald in a desperate attempt to end this fight. He was no match for the franchise juggernaut and was quickly overcome by the stench.
It was in this moment, when all hope had faded, that Isildur, son of the king, took up his father's sword.
With a desperate final slash, Isildur cut the arm of Ronald, forcing him to drop the mayo. Now separated from the source of his power, Ronald began to shake violently. Light began to emanate from the cracks in his yellow jumpsuit, and with one final squeak from his nose, he was gone.
Ronald, the enemy of the free peoples of Scunthorpe, was defeated. The Mayo passed to Isildur, who had this one chance to destroy evil forever. But the stomachs of men are easily corrupted, and the Mayo of power has a will of its own. It betrayed Isildur to his death, and some things that should not have been forgotten were lost. History became legend. Legend became myth, and for 2,500 years, Mayo passed out of all knowledge. Until when chance came, it ensnared a new bearer.
Delicious.
The Mayo came to the creature Gollum, who took it deep into a basement in Scunthorpe, and there it consumed him.
Came to me, my own, my love, my condiment, my delicious.
The Mayo brought to Gollum unnatural long life, and gas, and for 500 years it poisoned his bowels, and in the gloom of Gollum's basement it waited. Darkness crept back into the forests of the world. Rumour grew of a shadow in the east, whispers of a nameless clown. And the Mayo of power perceived. Its time had now come. It abandoned Gollum. But something happened then that the Mayo did not expect. It was picked up by the most unlikable creature imaginable. A hobnob. Bilbo Ziploc of the Shire.
What's this? Mayonnaise?
Lost. My delicious is lost.
For the time soon comes that hobnobs will shape the fortunes of all.
And that's it. The first episode of Lord of the Lunchables, Fellowship of the Mayo. My god, this was far more work than anything we've ever done, but I think it was worth it. I just want to say a huge thank you to Catherine for being our Lady Galadriel, and another huge thank you to Michael for spending all the extra time editing this. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, let us know, and who knows, maybe we'll make more of them.